It's Tuesday, October 31. This is the news on PBCJ. I am Simone Absalom. Monday's slew of by-elections saw the ruling Jamaica Labour Party copying one of the 3 seats up for grabs, with the opposition People's National Party securing 2. In St. Mary's Southeastern, Dr. Norman Dunt beat newcomer Dr. Shane Alexis by more than 900 votes. This is a reversal of the 5-vote loss Dunn suffered in the last general elections in 2016 to the late MP Dr. Winston Green. Alexis's Canadian citizenship was a sour point for his campaign. The other 2 by-elections are considered safe seats for the PNP, and the outcomes were no surprise. In St. Andrews Southern, the PNP's Mark Golding handed the JLP's Dane Dennis a sound defeat. Meanwhile, in St. Andrews Southern, the PNP's Angela Brown Burke garnered 6,325 votes in a landslide over JLP's Victor Hyde, who amassed 223 votes. Director of Elections Orette Fisher has filed an application in the Supreme Court seeking an injunction to prevent his removal from office. Director of Elections Orette Fisher was summoned to a meeting last Wednesday and informed that his tenure would come to an end today. His attorney, Hugh Wildman, says no reason was given for Fisher's termination during the meeting. Mr. Fisher reportedly filed an application against the Electoral Commission of Jamaica and the Governor General on the basis that the Electoral Commission Interim Act says that the director shall be appointed for a period of 7 years. His lawyer explained that Mr. Fisher had been appointed like stipulated for 7 years, but after that period expired, he was appointed for 2 one-year periods. His current 1-year appointment expires on Tuesday. Mr. Wildman argued that based on the requirements of the Act, Mr. Fisher should not be appointed for any period less than 7 years. And more than 250 Jamaicans are now certified under the Alternative Life Skills Development Program. The program is a component of the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JSIF's Integrated Community Development Project, financed through a $42 million loan from the World Bank. It is being implemented in 18 communities. JSIF's Managing Director, Omar Sweeney, says the goal is to train people in skill areas relevant to today's job market.
And so I'm proud to also say that this program will target areas such as 3D animation, film production, online entrepreneurship, customer service, barbering, housekeeping, welding, landscaping, and facilities maintenance.
More of Jamaica's heritage sites have been earmarked for improvements in a bid to showcase the country's rich history. Culture Minister Olivia Grange says infrastructural developments, storyboards and more are in the works.
So the culture agencies of the Jamaica National Heritage Trust and the Institute of Jamaica under the ministry's portfolio have been charged as a matter of priority to ensure more of our sites are functional and operating at world-class standards.
Also, the Culture Passport program has been expanded and more culture-based public entertainment are being planned.
The Culture Passport invites Jamaicans from an early age to become dryland tourists in their own country. The same heritage that we invite visitors from abroad to experience must be so familiar to us that we become tour guides for our own children, for our families, and for our people.
In regional news, the agenda for CARICOM's Energy Week has been reshaped with focus on extensive damage to power grids and infrastructure in countries recently affected by hurricanes. Head of CARICOM's energy program, Dr. Devon Gardner, says the extent to which countries in the region were ravaged by Hurricanes Irma and Jose is indicative of our vulnerability to natural disasters.
The aim is to build back better within the Caribbean context, and this will require significant attention to be paid on the vulnerabilities of our islands. Our future lies in the reduction of future risk from extreme weather impacts, and this requires adopting our economic, social and environmental systems to changes that are already unavoidable. A strategic focus on energy, climate and disaster risk as the central plank within our respective development models is needed, such that the efficient and cost-effective production, delivery and use of renewable energy decouple our development from expensive fossil fuel use. In doing so, the energy system designs within CARICOM can present an opportunity for enhancing the ability of our respective sectors, economic and social, to strategically address climate and disaster risks.
In Dominica, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit is urging employers not to send home their workers. Hurricane Maria slammed into the island on September 18, causing millions of dollars in damage to businesses and homes. In his daily press brief yesterday, Skerrit appealed to the private sector not to rush to terminate people's employment.
We must have a human conscience. It can't always be about the bottom line. We all have difficult circumstances. The government has not earned $1 single for taxation or for port duties since September 18. But we paid all our debts and all our legal obligations at the end of September, and we are paying all our salaries and all our legal obligations at the end of October. And we should not rush to terminate people who have been so good to us and for bringing wealth to us. You know, let us hold people's hands at least for the next few months so that we can all have a good Christmas.
In sports, a court in Sydney, Australia yesterday ruled in favour of West Indies cricketer Chris Gayle in a defamation case involving leading Australia media company Fairfax Media. Following a 6-day trial, a 4-member jury comprising 1 man and 3 women concluded in less than 2 hours that Fairfax Media had failed to prove that a series of articles it published about Gayle last year were true. Fairfax Media, publisher of the Sydney Morning Herald, the Canberra Times and the Age, had reported that during the 2015 World Cup in Australia, Gayle exposed his penis to team masseuse Leanne Russell on an occasion when she walked into the West Indies dressing room. Gayle maintained the incident never occurred and was supported by former West Indies teammate Barbadian Dwayne Smith, who testified during the trial. The court will decide on damages today.
I'm happy with the decision the jury's made. They have actually made the right decision. You know, I came this far all the way from Jamaica to actually defend myself, defend my name and my character as well. And at the end of the day, I'm very, very happy it actually come to a close now.
The verdict was clear-cut. You did not expose yourself.
Yes, that was a triple century. No, no, no. So actually I have 3 triples now.
Fairfax are talking about making an appeal. Will you come back again, Chris, and fight again, if that's the case?
Chris is a fighter. He will always fight.
Was this better than scoring a ton?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. This is a serious thing, and these things do happen around the world, you know, for sports people as well. But, you know, like I said, you know, whatever any particular person, whether it's from a man or woman perspective, if they believe in their right and they haven't done something wrong, they should always fight for their right and, you know, stand for what they believe in. You know, these things do happen.
Meanwhile, in a statement, Fairfax Media said it did not receive a fair trial and was considering an appeal. And in athletics, on Monday, British long-distance running star Mo Farah announced that he will no longer work with longtime coach Alberto Salazar, but has denied the split is related to doping allegations surrounding the Oregon-based guru. In an interview with The Sun newspaper, Farah, the 4-time Olympic champion over 10,000 meters and 5,000 meters, said he was ending his stint with Salazar because of a move back to Britain. The 34-year-old Somalia-born star began training with Salazar in 2011 at his Oregon Project camp in Portland. The training base, however, has been the subject of intense scrutiny from the United States Anti-Doping Agency. A leaked USADA report this year asserted that Salazar had likely violated drug protocols, later denied by the coach. Farah has repeatedly denied involvement in doping. And that's the news. Stay with us. The weather report is next. This is PBCJ's weather report. Thanks so much for staying with us. Let's start with our local currents. Across the island today, we can expect an average temperature between 29 and 31 degrees Celsius. We're also seeing a forecast of scattered showers across most parishes, mostly in the hilly inland areas. It should be pretty sunny, though, in the southern end of the island. And in our forecast for tonight, we're seeing an average temperature between 23 and 26 degrees Celsius, so it should be pretty cool out in several parishes tonight. You should also expect scattered showers across most parishes. And in our forecast for tomorrow, please ensure that you pack accordingly, bring an umbrella, because we're seeing a forecast of scattered showers across most parishes for tomorrow. We're also seeing an average temperature between 27 and 31 degrees Celsius. Let's take a look at our forecast across the region. Tomorrow, we're expecting rainfall over there in Santo Domingo and over there in St. George's, Grenada, but it should be pretty sunny out in the western end of the region. We're also seeing an average temperature between 28 and 30 degrees Celsius. And in our travel planner, we're looking to the United States, where we're seeing a minimum temperature at 3 degrees Celsius and a maximum at 28 degrees Celsius. We're seeing possible cloudy conditions over there in Los Angeles, but it should be pretty sunny out in Miami and New York for most of the day tomorrow. Let's take a look further now over in Europe. We're seeing a minimum temperature at 6 degrees and a maximum temperature at 19 degrees Celsius for London, Madrid, Paris, and Rome. We're also seeing a forecast of rainfall over there in Madrid, but it should be pretty sunny out in London and Paris with some cloudy conditions expected as well. And that's it for the weather report. Thanks so much for making it PBCJ. Remember, we are the People's Station.